Good evening, everyone. This is Deep Soul, and I am your host, Ep1. Before we begin, I'm going to let you know a little bit about what Deep Soul means. Well, it's simple. Deep Soul is whatever connects to your soul, with no preference of a genre, no preference of an artist. It allows you to feel in tune with not only the artist, but yourself. The first artist I have on today, she allows her listeners to feel vulnerable, allows them to open up about themselves and reveal things they didn't even know. So with that being said, the first artist I have on Deep Soul is Becca Tremmel. Thank you so much, Becca, for coming on my show. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Now, this is your first live television broadcast.
Yeah.
So what do you put it as?
It's my very first one.
Terrified?
A little bit. Probably not as terrified as you, though.
Oh my gosh, most definitely. So I want to start things off by talking about you was from Hackensack, New Jersey.
Yes, I am.
And then you came to Nashville. So
well, I went to Utah in between that.
There we go. You came
Yeah.
to Utah in between. Mm-hmm. So how did you get from Hackensack to Utah and then make your way to Nashville?
Yeah, I was born in Hackensack, New Jersey, and then when I was 4, my family moved to Sundance, Utah, which is where I grew up. And then I pretty much lived there until I was 18, and then I decided to go to Belmont University in Nashville. That's why I moved here.
And you got into music by playing instruments. At the age of 6, you was playing the drums.
Yep, that was my first instrument.
So why did you stick to instruments only? Why did you get into singing in itself and songwriting?
Well, drums were fun, and I got to, hit stuff, which was nice, but
Angry
as a
child.
little kid, right? I think I was always writing songs. I always was just writing down poems and melodies, and I'd run upstairs and I'd go and I'd sing them to my mom and my dad, and then I would run back downstairs and I'd write even more about the neighbor boy.
Okay, so talking about how you got to Tennessee, you said that you got here. Well, your bio says Bluebird Cafe. Can you tell us about Bluebird Cafe?
Yeah, so the Bluebird Cafe is here in Nashville. It's an iconic venue. It's amazing. And so when I lived in Sundance, they actually had songwriters. They would have Nashville songwriters come out to Utah and play in this outdoor amphitheater, and it was beautiful. And they would play there every summer. And so when I was, little, writing songs, little me, neighbor boy, bring it back. My parents would take me to see these songwriters, and I'm just sitting there like, these people have written for Bonnie Raitt and Eric Clapton, and it's just crazy.
It's inspirational.
And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a career. Like, I could do this if I actually wanted to. And so my parents started like befriending those songwriters, and they started coming over to our house and stuff during the Bluebird Cafe series. And so they would listen to my dinky little songs, and then they encouraged me to move out to Nashville, which I eventually did.
Do you remember what artist in particular probably like stuck out to you the most and was like, this is what I want to do now?
Oh,
gosh.
gosh.
I know for sure.
Like the one that I was...
Yeah, that really connected to you.
Hannah Montana.
Seriously? Oh, like seriously?
I did love her though, straight up.
Let's not do Hannah.
Gosh, no, I think I have like 4 where I'm just like, I'm in love with these artists.
Yeah.
One is Sarah Bareilles. I think.
My gosh, I love her.
Her voice.
It's epic, yeah.
I can't even talk. I can't. So, 2, Casey Musgraves.
Okay.
I love her songwriting. I love everything about her. 3, Taylor Swift.
Oh, wow.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. Everybody loves Taylor.
And 4, Kesha.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever like really listened to Kesha outside of the auto-tuned.
Yeah.
I really do need to. Okay, so these artists.
Well, those are just like my current.
Those are current ones.
Obviously, I love like Johnny Cash.
Of course. And I know on your website it talks about you liking Shania Twain.
Yeah, I loved her.
And what particular song was it that really got you?
Oh gosh, what is it? Is it From This Moment?
I actually think it's From This Moment. And then your Bruce Springsteen was.
Oh yeah, Empty Sky.
Empty Sky.
Empty Sky by Bruce Springsteen.
That's
one of my favorite songs.
Okay, so do you still think about, or do you still have those songs that you had when you was a kid?
Oh yeah, I listen to all the time.
Do you remember what like particular song is your favorite? Because when you're a kid, you don't really have a lot of things to think about or to go for unless it's the neighbor boy.
Yeah.
Or the guy cutting your
my
lawn.
only inspiration ever to this day. I think just like songs that have really stuck with me.
Yeah.
Let's think. I'd probably say Unanswered Prayer by Garth
Unanswered
Brooks.
Prayer. Okay.
It's a fantastic song. It's really important to me and my family. It has a long story behind it, but that's probably like the most iconic song that I can think of.
Do you mind sharing the story?
It's kind of a long one, but I can if you want. We got time. Well, actually, right before I was born, my mom had a miscarriage, and she had this. They were in New Orleans, and they had this miscarriage. They were like 4 months long in this pregnancy, and so my mom had to have the surgery to, get this baby taken out, and they didn't think they would get pregnant ever again, and my mom was really upset. And then about 2 weeks later, they went into the doctor's office, and the doctor was like, "You're pregnant again."
That's a miracle, yeah.
And it was me 9 months later. So
You're a miracle, baby.
they liked Unanswered Prayer because it's like they prayed for this, baby.
Right. With that experience, has that made you want to continue writing stories with your songs?
Oh, absolutely. I think stories are so important because, I love stories. I love listening to stories. I love telling stories and sharing them. I think having the ability to share about your life and connect with other people through vulnerability is like one of the most beautiful things ever.
That is sweet. That is sweet. Now, most of the stories you talk about, though, at least in the songs that I've heard, is about the relationships, the past ones, or even your current ones, no matter what it is, So why do you cling more towards the relationship aspect?
I think that, a lot of the songs on my upcoming album, it's like half kind of about love, half kind of about Nashville and other random things. But I think it's just, I like to talk about love. I think love is really important. I think that it's really important to everybody, and everybody wants that. And so I feel like it's so easy to connect to a love song or like a breakup song, anything like that, because I feel like people hold that so high, and love is just really important to everyone.
It's true. And I feel like that's what's missing sometimes in our society, the need for love
Absolutely.
or the understanding of love, but that is very true. Okay, so some of your songs you've actually been able to collab with. One song, Hipster, which I heard, I actually really liked that song. I was like, I don't really fall for hipsters.
We wrote that song in probably 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, we got together to write some random song. I was like, I want to write an inspirational song because I'm graduating high school, and then we couldn't do it for like hours. We just sat there and just had nothing. We ordered pizza. We did absolutely everything besides write the song. And then I was like, my mom's picking me up in 20 minutes, so we really need to write something because I still don't drive as a senior in high school. But I don't know. And so we just started writing the song Hipster about just hipsters and how ridiculous they are.
It's actually a good song, though.
Thank you.
So I have some more questions for you, but I'm going to take a quick break and be right back with Deep Soul.
Chef Patty here. Why should you include avocados as part of your family's balanced diet? It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. Number 1. Avocados fill you up. Avocados contain unsaturated fats, good fats your body needs to help with the absorption of key nutrients.
Me hungry right now.
Number 2.
Avocados are good for you.
Avocados are naturally cholesterol and sodium free, plus they contain nearly 20 vitamins and nutrients.
Me need vitamins and nutrients. And number 3, avocado delicious.
Try avocados in place of ingredients higher in saturated fat. Avocados taste great in sandwiches, salads, and even in baked goods like cookies.
Avocado cookies. This match made in heaven.
Welcome back to Deep Soul, and I'm here with Becca. Hi.
Hey, how's it
So
going?
before we talked about some of your hobbies, all right, can you tell us some of your hobbies? Because I know one of them is one that I have no idea about. So yeah, it's called splunking.
Spelunking.
Spelunking. Spelunking. We just need now a translator that walk up here and be like, spelunking.
Yeah, exactly.
right, so what is it?
Spelunking is like exploring caves.
Why would you
Plain
want
and
that?
simple.
Why would you want that?
Why would you not? Have
mean,
you been in a cave?
Definitely
Why would you ever want to
adventurous.
leave? Caves so cool.
So what is the element? What are you trying to get when you go splunking? Like, what's the purpose?
Well,
other than exploring.
Okay, think about this.
Okay.
Imagine you're walking into a black hole, right?
Okay.
Whatever. You got your little headset on with the little light.
Mm-hmm.
It's on. You're looking around. You got your buddies with you. You have like your pads on, so you can just.
This sounds
run
like
around.
the feature film of It. Like I'm trying to. That's what it sounds like. Some It.
No, yeah, that sure. I loved it. It was so good.
It's good.
It was so good.
It was good. That's reminds me of it.
But it's just like splunking. So caves are just so cool. They're just so interesting. It took them like millions of years to be formed.
Yeah.
And now we're just like hanging out in them. That's pretty cool.
So are you taking pictures of like? Isn't there like waterfalls within caves?
Yeah,
and stuff?
there's tons of stuff. So like caves are pretty much created by water.
Okay.
So like there's just passages everywhere. There's little tunnels. There's little things that you crawl through, and there's water everywhere dripping. Depends on if that part of the
That
cave.
kinda sound does
I think
sound
they
fun.
call it like if it's alive, the cave
Yeah.
will be like dripping there, but then sometimes the other places it's totally dry, which means it's not still like forming. But yeah, I've been on a couple of caving expeditions.
When did you start?
So
How do one get up and say, "I'm gonna go with a cave"?
I'm not
go
coming
again.
back out. So we had a few caves in Utah that my family would like just go do like walking tours of, and then when I moved to Nashville, there's just caves everywhere. Like we
I might
have
need to
so
join
many
you one day, 'cause
caves.
that does sound interesting. I
And
know
so
that.
Kentucky, right up there,
Yeah.
has a crap ton of caves. They're everywhere. So
It's like when y'all moved here,
they
y'all was
have-
like caves.
Yo, Ebony, you don't understand. They have the longest cave in the world in Kentucky.
Did you go?
Duh. I went with Stasia right there. Yeah.
And now
no,
you're
of
about
course
to
we
get
went.
you're about to get
That
ready
was-
to go to your.
I'm going back to that same one. It's
Oh,
called
that's
Mammoth
the one.
Cave. Yeah.
Mammoth Cave.
Yeah.
And you're going. How long is it gonna take for you to go?
It's gonna be a 6-hour expedition.
6. Is food provided?
Yeah, I'm getting guided and stuff. I'm not just like, I'm
gonna
to
just
the
go
cave
up there
today.
That's what I was hoping for. I was like, are you just walking in? and
Yeah,
just-
no, I'm like mapping it. I leave string.
Okay.
No, I don't.
You don't leave breadcrumbs?
Don't believe me.
I just leave breadcrumbs.
Nobody do
Just
that.
like,
Nobody go into a
leave
cave and leave
breadcrumbs to
string.
do that. That'd be pretty fun. Okay, so you do caving. You also do the hiking, the nature
Yeah,
walks.
I love hiking.
But you did one nature walk
Oh gosh.
that
I know what you're talking about.
was completely bad.
Yeah, it went horribly
Let's talk about that one. What
Yeah.
was that one?
So, gosh, you're like giving me all these timelines, and I'm having to think back. So the one that you're asking about.
Yeah.
I go on hikes all the time. I'm like an experienced hiker. I grew up in Sundance, Utah. I've
It's what you
climbed
do.
mountains. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done like some pretty tough hikes, like 15-mile long hikes.
Dear goodness.
In like a day. So at the age of 10.
So when it came to this one, you
Yeah,
was like,
so
I
I'm
got
like,
this.
this park's in the middle of the city. I'm gonna be fine. Like,
And
I don't need anything. I'm gonna be by myself. It's gonna be wonderful.
So no
I'm
phone?
gonna navigate it. Okay, all right. You're making me sound
'Cause-
stupid. So
Tell me
I'm
what
like,
happened.
so I'm at my house
Yeah.
during CMA Fest again. The
Oh, yeah,
prime
this was
time of my
CMA Fest,
life
yeah.
in June.
This was CMA Fest.
Yeah.
Remembering it. Yeah, it was.
So I'm sitting at my house, and I just like all my friends had moved away, or they were like out of town, or like in Europe or something stupid. No, and they were just everywhere. Nobody was in town. So I'm
Yeah.
like, after I get off work, I just go back home, and I was like just sitting with my cat, who's a lovely cat, but he's not a person.
you need human interaction. So
Yeah, I
it's-
need like a person. Right. So, anyways, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on a hike. It's 6 p.m. It's like not super hot out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Go
go
for
on a
it.
hike, and I'm not gonna go way the heck out there. I'm just gonna go to like Long Hunter State Park.
Okay.
State Park?
Yeah,
Is that
State
a
Park. I think it's State Park.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Don't quote me.
Go ahead.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna bring my phone because
Mm-hmm.
I've spent way too much time on my phone lately. I'm just gonna leave it here, turn it off, bye. And so I get in the car, I drive to Long Hunter State Park. I'm like, I don't even know what it is. I'm just hoping to come across it. I do. I don't
Yeah.
have my phone to map it. And so then I get there, and I drive past this like road, and it just says with the sign, it's like 5.8 mile loop. And I'm like, I'm not going on that one because it's 6 p.m. and I can't do that. And so I keep driving and then I park, and it was like bikers and like dog walkers and hikers only for that other road. And so I'm parking and I walk up and I see this sign in the woods. It's like 2.5 mile loop. And I was like, awesome. This will take me an hour, maybe an hour and a half. So I'm walking along. It's beautiful. The sun is like setting. The sun's coming through the trees. I'm like living the life and passing hikers. I'm like, yep, how do you do? Yep. And I'm just thinking and talking. I feel like I'm getting a lot of clarity with just my life. And then it just starts getting darker. And I'm just still not done with this hike. And I was like, okay, that's fine. No,
so you just kept going?
So I just keep walking because I'm like, it's a loop. Like, I'm going to end up there eventually. And at this point, I'm like an hour in. So I'm like, if I turn around, it's going to take me even longer to get back.
So might as well just keep on going.
This is my thinking.
No,
so I'm like, I'm just going to keep walking. So I'm walking, and people stop coming. Everybody's gone. Nobody's hiking except for me because I'm stupid. And so I keep walking. And it's to the point where like I can't even like see. Like I'm just like blind. And so I look up and I see this like sign, and it's like 2.5 mile loop this way, random trail. And I was like, okay, is this a 2.5 mile loop from like right here or like
or there?
I don't know what's happening. So I'm just gonna go off on this random trail. Da-da-da.
Oh God!
Run off on it. And then I walk for a little bit, and then I see another trail coming this way, and I'm like, okay, I'll just turn down that, you know. Maybe I'll get to a road at some point.
Eventually,
that would be nice, so I don't trip and break my ankle. And so then
it's pitch black now, right?
Yeah, no, I can't see anything.
Oh my God.
I have nothing. So I keep walking, and so I'm on this trail, and then I'm like running, and I get to this road. And I find the road, and I was like, "Are you okay?" You're like lifting your hand. I find this road, and I'm running on this road because I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know if this is the 5.8 mile road that I saw earlier." It's like 9 p.m. at this point. I've been out for 3 hours, and so it's pitch black. I start yelling. I'm like, "Help me! I'm lost." Nobody's out, and then I'm like, "Okay, well, if somebody's out this late, like I probably don't want them to find me."
Dear goodness.
I don't have a phone. I don't have shoes on either. I took them off.
So how did you get back?
So then I don't have shoes on. I'm just running, and I'm just this young girl. It's probably like 10 p.m. at this point. And if somebody comes across me, and I'm just like, oh, nobody knows where I am, and I'm lost, it's like, I'm going to be kidnapped. Like, even if this person is a good person, they're still going to consider kidnapping me just because of how easy it is. And so I come across this sign at like 11:30. I've been out for 5.5 hours at this point. I'm crying. I don't think I'm ever going to see the light of day. I can hear the highway in the distance, which is really frustrating because I can't get there.
Yeah, you can't get there.
I'm in the middle of Nashville, and I'm lost in the woods. And so I finally find the sign that I'd seen earlier. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is it.
Yeah.
And so I run up, and I see this, I start running up this trail, and like the moonlight breaks through the trees, and I'm crying, and there's dirt and blood everywhere. No, it wasn't that dramatic. And then I see my car, got in my car, crying, drove to Kroger, bought milk, went home.
All right, so guys, with that being said, be careful when you go hiking and bring your phone. We'll be right back and with Becca on Deep Soul.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Idle hands. They say they're the devil's workshop. But give idle hands a place to go, a purpose, and they're capable of amazing things.
From Iraq and Afghanistan, our brave warriors are coming home, wounded, Some with wounds you can see, some with wounds you can't see. Wounded Warrior Project was created to support our men and women coming off the battlefield. Please help carry these warriors the rest of the way home. Get involved at woundedwarriorproject.org.
It started with the original care package and millions more like it, passed from hand to hand across land and sea to help survivors in the aftermath of war. As we grew, we found better ways to help those in need, ways to make a real difference, not just today, but tomorrow as well. Be the difference in people's lives. Help deliver lasting change at care.org.
All right, performing live on Deep Soul, here is Becca.
The song is called Sharks. I know you're tight, but know exactly where you're from. A big fish from a little man-made pond. Come close, I'll give you a piece of advice. Watch out, you're just fresh meat in their eyes. In your town, everybody knew your name. Around here, we play a different game. And now you're swimming with the sharks. They smell the fear in your heart. You better watch your back or you'll get torn apart. So keep up, little fish, 'cause now you're swimming with the sharks. Keep swimming, keep swimming. Keep swimming, keep swimming. Keep swimming, keep swimming. Keep swimming, keep. Don't get me wrong, they all started out like you. The names got big and then their heads did too. Bored of fame and now they prey on the new bloods. And they'll smack you, whack you, sneak attack you just for fun. In your town everybody knew your name. But around here we play a different game. And now you're swimming with the sharks. They smell the fear in your heart. You better watch your back or you'll get torn apart. The sharks, they smell the fear in your heart. You better watch your back or you'll get torn apart. So keep up, little fish, 'cause now you're swimming. Keep swimming, keep 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 swimming. Keep swimming. And now you're swimming with the sharks. They smell the fear in your heart. You better watch your back or you'll get torn apart. 'Cause now you're swimming with the sharks. They smell the fear in your heart. You better watch your back or you'll get torn apart. So keep up, little fish, 'cause now you're swimming with the sharks. My last song. Stress. It's called Challenging. It's self-explanatory. Hey you, what's it like soaking in your room all the time? You just bathing in your own negativity. Now your scent smells rancid to everybody. Hey, you and I used to be friends once upon a time, but your cruel words held no love when you said I wasn't good enough. But here's the truth, and here's what I think about you. You're just a little bit challenging with that ignorant mentality that you're automatically better than everyone you meet, and your words knock down everyone, but your room to judge is pretty snug. I wish that you would quit it, 'cause you're being a little bit challenging. Oh, oh, yeah, oh, 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 yeah, oh, 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 oh. So you got a pretty proud claim that I deserve all your blame, but your knife in my backside has been turned too many times. So I decide to take this matter outside, because the words coming out of your mouth is just trash I need to take out. Yeah, here's the truth. Here's what everyone thinks about you. You're just a little bit challenging with that ignorant mentality that you're automatically better than everyone you meet, and your words knock down everyone, but your room to judge is pretty snug. I wish that you would quit it, 'cause you're being a little bit challenging. Oh, 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 oh. So now you come back around to say we're not different at all, but you like to talk down and pretend that you're 10 feet tall. So I don't think I'm anything like you at all. Just wanna knock it down a notch or two. I didn't want you to fall. You always want me to fall. You're a little bit challenging with that ignorant mentality that you have to be so much better than me, and your words knock down everyone, but your room to judge is so dang snug. Won't you just quit it, 'cause you're being a little bit challenging. Oh, oh, yeah, oh, 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 yeah, oh, 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 a little bit challenging.
All right, awesome. Thank you
you.
so much, Becca, for being on the show. Thank you for being part of Deep Soul. Please check out her album coming out November 17th called Kind Stranger. And again, people, please keep it soulful. And until next time, this was Deep Soul.